we usually don't go out and talk openly about our political points of views, but many more people are willing to do that. I think in the hotels and so on, you obviously have many more guests right now than we are used to in this season. And you also see it in the restaurants and the cafes. People of Nuuk, they love to eat out. We eat a lot in the cafes, and now we even have days where it's fully booked, or you have to book a table, and we're not really used to that. Yeah, you can run as long as you want, and you are elected. And the attention, well, with Trump's statements, it has there. Of course, we feel the pressure as inhabitants. We've heard of a lot of young children, even in the kindergartens and in the schools, being worried. Even some school children are afraid to take the bus alone in the morning in case of getting away or getting disconnected to your parents. Some people have been sleepless. They worry. And of course, when you open up for social medias now, it's all about Greenland in every kind of languages that you know of. Several CEOs in the municipality who goes like, well, they ask if what they should worry for, like are we preparing, and what are we preparing for? And they ask about what my expectations are. Yeah, and they tell me that they are worried. Right now, there is some kind of a relief because Trump said he won't be using power, but we are still in a pretty stressed situation. We just want this to go away. I don't think it's not something that is in in danger. We've never been in a situation before where we actually are concerned about losing our flag. So maybe we've realized how important it is to us to have our own flag. Even though we've always been very proud of it, we've never been in a situation before where we might actually lose it. So, but I think the solidarity we've always had, but what we are seeing now is that even though we may have some political differences, we see that we all agree on that this is our country and this is what we don't want to change.
They're paying the prices that we see online.
It's the same prices, but the sooner you... Well, from what I've seen, yes, but I do also think that there are some certain figures who had a lot of how do you say, a lot of time in the news, and that they might sound like there are more people who are pro-America than there really is. Often, as you might do in other parts of the world. I think there are 2 or 3 persons in Greenland who have given a lot of interviews, like international interviews, and they get a lot of time in the media, and it's just to be clear that they don't represent the majority of Greenland, because the majority of Greenland is definitely against what's going on right now. Talented. She makes a lot of great digital arts. Well, I had some meetings with the military as well, also to talk about how is it better to be in the town, talk about not using the military uniforms all the time. If you go to the store, if you are going to your work, please wear civil clothes, because it does give more tension if you constantly see military uniforms in town. And I think we had a very good communication about that. There are some who gets more concerned about more military, but I do also talk to a lot of inhabitants who are very grateful that we get this kind of support.
They were killed. Then he said he wasn't going in. This is the problem with it.
Well, I think for the people of Nuuk, it gives more a feeling of safety, that there is actually someone to protect us in case of the worst case. Remind you of home. Yeah, because we also have the sheep farmers in the south. We live in our country. The nature and the weather here is harsh sometimes, and it's rough. We do get power outages from time to time, so it's always good to be prepared for whatever could happen. And I do also think that if you are some kind of prepared in whatever way you can be prepared, you will also get more mental, how do you say it? You can take some away of the stress if you know that you yourself are prepared. Want to see first and experience. But hiking, yeah, yes, that's the big Nuuk, the big airplane. If you want me to comment on the independence discussion, every Greenlander wants to get independent at some time. And there's nothing wrong about that, and there's nothing suspicious about that. We've been wanting it for a long time, and we've been preparing for it, and are still preparing for it. And this won't stop the Greenlandic urge for independency. But of course, we, as the inhabitants of Greenland, right now we are forced to think about whether, when, and how to get fully independent. Like a cot, but it's really. I think the inhabitants of Nuuk and Greenland are really feeling that we are being heard much more now than we are used to.
Then to Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, and then Jerusalem.
Have you got back home?
I'm going back on Sunday.
Sunday.
And